What is going on, internet world? My name is Tommy. You probably know me as Rivet, and I'm your coach of the Atlanta Braviaries, the highest flying, fly-sucking team on YouTube. And we are here today with our Week 1 battle of the SDF against Coach G4 and the Goodra Gang. This is going to be an awesome match. Welcome to the workshop. Alrighty guys, we're about to hop into this team breakdown for our Week 1 match against Glen, aka G4, and the Goodra Gang. We are doing this extra super special post-game team builder with our good buddy Heg over here. This is going to be an amazing team builder, so stick around for it. But without any further ado, we're about to hop into this team breakdown. Sega Heg, first Mon, Mega Gallade, what you got for us?
Mega Gallade is a cool dude who hits really hard and learns too many coverage moves. It is a bitch to deal with, a bitch to prep for, and a bitch in the sack.
Keep going, big dog. You got Hydreigon next.
I'm doing all of it. Oh yeah, Hydreigon is one head to hold you, one head to bite you, another head to love you. It's like the triality of man or dragon. Again, like Mega Gallade, every coverage move under the sun, and it hits hard, and it can run Scarf, it can run Specs, it can run a lot of different stuff, and it's good. Zeraora is a stand belonging to the Wardo learns a lot of coverage moves, and it can feasibly be a physical or special attacker, which is pretty neat. Even it can also very easily run mixed, and it's lightning fast, and yeah. Corviknight is fucking dumb, and I hate it. Except when I'm the one using it, in which case it's based, but when anyone else uses it, it is incredibly cringe and hard to kill. Like, even if you have super effective attacks, if it is spec'd into whatever proper defense resists those attacks, you're not killing Corviknight. It is obnoxious. Galarian Weaving is a funny little man. He's pretty cool. Mr. Tibbles learns pretty... It's variable, because, like, it's obviously has high defense, and, I mean, bad HP, but you can run it as a physical wall. With an AV, it can have decent special bulk too, and it learns enough coverage moves that you can feasibly do that. I've seen someone run Specs Galarian Weaving before.
Was it Heg? Yes! Yes,
no,
it was!
It wasn't. It was Pez against me.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Dude.
Pez, you're the real MVP. Good job, Pez.
But yeah, I ran Specs Alolan Mug, which is even better.
Fucking cringe, not part of this team builder. Keep moving on. Next up is Swampert.
Swampert is a cool froggy boy who, is... I mean, what more can I say?
Next up, we got Swampert. Swampert's a pretty sick water and ground type with the torrents and damp abilities. Swampert's got some pretty great attack stat at 110. Some excellent bulk. Excellent natural bulk at 190, and a plethora of good options it can run. It can be physically offensive with solid moves such as Liquidation, Earthquake, and Flip Turn. It also gets a solid special move pool, stuff like Ice Beam and Earth Power as well. It can run Assault Vest sets very well. It can run leftover sets, and also Rocky Helmet as well. While it does lack consistent recovery, it gets an excellent move pool, and it's always something to look out for. Next up, we got Excelgor. Excelgor, a very versatile mon, base 145 speed, I believe. It's an excellent mon. It can run Final Gambit leads to smack stuff out of the gate. It can run Spikes and Toxic Spikes as well, or it can run specially offensive sets with items such as Choice Specs and Throat Spray with excellent moves such as Bug Buzz, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, Water Shuriken.
Final Gambit.
I already said Final Gambit, but Final Gambit is indeed an absolutely poggers move. Moving on next, we got Audino. Fuck Audino. All my homies hate Audino.
You've used Audino on multiple occasions.
This little bitch of a normal type has that fat 103 HP stat and 86 in both defenses. An excellent Wish Passer. It has the Regenerator ability, giving it excellent longevity even without Wish to itself. It also has an absolutely bonkers coverage move pool with stuff like Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, a bunch of other good stuff. It also gets other excellent utility moves such as Knock Off as well, Heal Bell for healing up the team. So Audino we hate, but hopefully it doesn't show up in this match. Next up we got Carbink, this awesome little rockin' fairy dude, a little baby Diancie if you will. It can set screen, set rocks, Dazzling Gleam, maybe Moonblast, Power Gem, who fucking knows, it's Carbink, no one gives a rat's ass. Next up we got Camera Up, the pretty cool fire and ground type with the solid rock ability.
It's not cool, it's pretty warm, I'd say.
It is pretty warm. Good job. Get out of my house. Your Camera Up, it's pretty okay. It's got a pretty solid offensive typing in fire and ground with good moves such as Fire Blast and Earth Power. With the solid rock ability, it's pretty defensive, especially with items such as the Assault Vest. It can set Stealth Rocks. It can do good work on the Trick Room as well. But realistically, in this match, I wasn't super expecting it. And then last but not least, we got Glidden, this absolute bastard of a fucking grass type. What does he do? We don't know. He runs Eviolite. He's got moves such as Leaf Seed Synthesis and Needle Arm and Wood Hammer as well. Possibly, but who fucking cares? Look at how dumb he is. He looks like he's taking a diarrhea right now.
He steals your heart. That's what he does.
He has not stolen my heart. He's a little bitch baby who pissed on my fucking lawn. Anyway, with that,
Quilladin is a bitch ass motherfucker. He
pissed on my wife. You heard that? You heard it here, folks. Dude, this is gonna be so fucking bass boosted. I'm not editing this whatsoever. But with that out of the way, let's
edit it to bass boost it further.
Let's hop into what I brought for this match, as this is the post-com special. So, leading us off, we brought Zygarde 50% Heart of Nova over here. Running a pretty specialized EV spread this week with the leftovers and Aura Break ability, 1000 Arrows, Dragon Dance Substitute, and Toxic, 248 in HP, 148 in special defense, 80 in special defense with the Careful Nature, and 32 in speed. My special defense investment lets me take 2+1 either from Choice Specs or Throat Spray. Bug Buzzes from Excelgor, as those would go through my sub. HP was just to make me as bulky as possible in defense, as well as to just make me as bulky as possible from the physical side.
What are the speed EVs for, Tommy?
That's a great fucking question. I have no idea.
I thought I was being helpful.
Dude, I literally couldn't tell you what the speed EVs are for. Fully invested Corviknight, I think. No, I don't even know. They're for something. Don't worry, they're there for a reason.
It's a special tool that'll help us later.
Indeed, they will. Yes. Oh, Zygarde really here. 1000 Arrows is very super spammable in this match. A lot of stuff that wants to take it on ordinarily, such as Corviknight, Louise, and Galar definitely don't want to take 1000 Arrows and get knocked down. Otherwise, he doesn't have a whole lot that wants to deal with this. Quilladin can kind of sort of take on, something like 1000 Arrows, but Toxic
can take anything.
Dude, except for my big meaty schlong. Anyway, Quilladin doesn't like Toxic either. Please don't ban me, YouTube. Epic. But yeah, Zygarde looking great as a late game cleaning option, especially with that added bulk it's got after a Dragon Dance. It looks very good. Oh, that's what it's for. The speed EVs on here are to outspeed a Mega Gallade at +1, so that I can outspeed it and kill it with 1000 Arrows, especially if it's got chip on it. Next up, I didn't put in the little guy. Next up, we are rocking with Tapu Fini, Moonstruck Blossom, rocking a physically defensive set this week with Rocky Helmet and the Misty Surge ability, Surf, Moonblast, Draining Kiss, and Taunt. 248 in HP, 220 in defense with the Bold Nature, 32 in special defense, and 8 in speed. This is my primary switch into Mega Gallade. Mega Gallade can obviously do a bunch of stuff to me, Leaf Blade, Poison Jab, Thunder Punch. However, the main job for Tapu Fini this match is to bait him into triple axling into that Zygarde and hit him with a nice 50% with Rocky Helmet. Surf does do a bunch of stuff on this team, such as that Zeraora and Corviknight. Moonblast is there for absolutely smacking that Hydreigon. Also does a whole bunch of stuff on this team. Draining Kiss is for getting some health back, since I'm not rocking leftovers this week. And then Taunt is there for a bunch of stuff on this team. Tapu Fini is a very fast wall this week, especially compared to his other Pokemon. So we can taunt a bunch of stuff, such as Swampert, Audino, Quilladin, Camera Up, Carbink to stop him from doing a bunch of different stuff, setting Stealth Rocks, setting Toxic Spikes, synthesizing up, doing a bunch of different stuff. So really liking Taunt this week. So we're really relying on Tapu Fini this week to keep that Mega Gallade in check, also to keep that Hydreigon in check, because Duelist Tab won't be doing anything.
Well, I want to ask the comment section, do you say Quilladin or Quilladin?
I think it's Quilladin.
I've always said Quilladin.
Dude, little Quilladin running around with his monkey. Who is Abu? Abu, if you're there, let us know.
I mean, I feel like realistically, just Carbink.
Alright, moving on. Poor Carbink. Next up, we are rocking with Highness the Crobat. Highness is running a heavy-duty boot set this week with the Infiltrator ability, Brave Bird, U-Turn, Defog, and Roost. Fully HP invested with 112 attack, 48 in special defense, and 96 in speed. This lets me outspeed a fully invested Mega Gallade. The rest of the investment, 112 attack EVs are there to fully guarantee an OHKO with Brave Bird on Mega Gallade if he's not rocking any HP investment. And then 48 in special defenses just to round out the EV spread. Brave Bird smacks a bunch of stuff on this team, especially that Mega Gallade. Brave Bird smacks a bunch of stuff on this team, especially that Mega Gallade. It also hits that Excelgor very hard. This set's completely shuts down Excelgor. Can't really touch me unless he does something like Final Gambit. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But otherwise, U-Turn is good for pivoting. Defog is there for removing any hazards he wants to set with something like that Carbink or Toxic Spikes with that Excelgor or that Galarian Weezing. And then Roost is just to keep this thing healthy, allow it to switch in repeatedly to something like that Weezing Galar or that Excelgor as well. Next up, we are rocking with Soul of Tectonia, the Frostlass. Tectonia running a Choice Scarf set this week with the Cursed Body ability, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, and Trick, fully specially and speed invested. This is a pretty good revenge option this week. Shadow Ball hits that Mega Gallade very hard. Ice Beam is good for that Hydreigon and various other things as well. Thunderbolt goes into that Corviknight very well, and the Trick is obviously there for that Corviknight or that Audino as well. I'd love to be able to cripple one of those big defensive walls. That makes the jobs of other stuff like Heart of Nova and Moonstar Blossom a ton easier if I can trick that, Audino into something of Wish. That'd be super, super cool. Also, that Corviknight as well. I can trick it in the U-turn, Roost, something of the sort. That gives my other offensive options a lot more room to wiggle around in this week. Next up, we are rocking Crown. The Vikavolt Crown is running a physically defensive set this week with the heavy-duty boots and levitate ability, Volt Switch, Bug Buzz, Energy Ball, and Roost. This is another solid switch into Mega Gallade this week. His really only option to hurt me is something like a fully invested Zen Headbutt or something like Stone Edge or Rock Slide. Volt Switch and Bug Buzz do a bunch of that. I can pivot out or just dent for a whole bunch of damage. Roost is good for just switching it repeatedly. Energy Ball is obviously there for that Swampert. Physically defensive lets me take hits from stuff like Mega Gallade. Corviknight, physically offensive Zeraora, or that Swampert as well. So I threaten a whole bunch of stuff. I can keep myself healthy and just pivot around the team. And then last but not least, we are rocking Dirty and Beauty, the Sandslash. Sandslash is running a leftover set this week with Sand Rush, Earthquake, Rapid Spin, Super Fang, and Spikes. 248 in HP, 16 in attack, 216 in defense with the Impish Nature, and then 28 in speed. My speed investment allows me to outspeed a Corviknight with 8 speed EVs. I'm pretty sure it might be 16 as well. Just to make sure I can Super Fang that thing before it can pivot out. My defense investment and attack investment guarantees me an OHKO on uninvested Zeraora, and otherwise just gives me a great option to switch into that thing. It can't really touch me with a physical move. Its special move pool doesn't do a whole lot to Sandslash, so I can EQ that thing for huge damage, set up some spikes, which is great for some stuff like Mega Gallade or that Swampert, which I'm trying to chip down. And then Rapid Spin just for keeping the hazards clean on my side if he switches in, or if he tries to hazards with something like that Carbink as well. So I have a pretty good option for that. But with all that out of the way, I know I took over this team builder. Rip Heg. Heg is trying his best. He's playing some Pokemon guy at the moment. But with all that out of the way, let's hop into this match. Alrighty guys, we are about to hop into this week 1 match of the SDF against Coach G4 and the Goodra Gang. You can see the 6 I expect them to bring up on the screen. Mega Gallade, Zeraora, Corviknight, Swampert, Excelgor, and that Camerupt. I could also see maybe that Galarian Weezing or that Hydreigon sprinkled in there as well. But you've seen the 6 I am bringing and why I am bringing them. If you haven't, go check out the team builder. But with all that out of the way, let's hop into this match. Okay, we do see Galarian Weezing and Audino. No Excelgor is super cool. I definitely didn't want to have to deal with Final Gambit or anything. And no Camerupt as well. Oh, and no Corviknight. Wild. No Corvus. Really interesting. Frostlass would have absolutely popped off had I brought like Triple Axle or something. I mean, I guess Weezing's is in. I'm curious as to what... Hydreigon I'm not super surprised to see. It is very scary. But I should be able to revenge that pretty easy. No Corviknight is wild. I had Celebi on here initially, and Scarf Celebi would have done a ton. But, a lot of my trick options with Frostlass are going to be less useful. So from a lead perspective, I could absolutely see him leading Galarian Weezing to try to set up Toxic Spikes. I could absolutely see a Zeraora lead, or I could also see, a Hydreigon lead if he's Choice Scarfed. Hydra, I have the easiest switch into Feeny in the world, so I don't necessarily want to lead that. I would lose momentum, sure. But Sandslash matches up fairly okay against both Zeraora and Galarian Weezing. If he's Levitate, I'll see that. If he's Neutralizing Gas, I'll also see that. And I can throw off a Super Fang against either of those. I'm pretty okay with that. So I'm gonna lead Sandslash over here. I can also try to set some spikes up as well. So let's lead Sandslash. He's gonna lead Swampert. That's fine. He's probably gonna set Stealth Rocks here. I can go into Highness and Defog. I can also go right into Vikavolt and threaten pretty hard with an Energy Ball. I can't imagine he'd go straight for Scald here. I could also just go into Feeny and get my hazards up, get my terrain up. I think I like that option instead, just in case he does go for a big Scald here. I don't want to lose health. He's just going to flip turn. That's totally fine. He's going to take some nice Rocky Helmet Chip. He's going to see that. Super cool. Zera's probably going to come out here, but I have a super free switch into Sandslash. He can knock me off. That'll do a little chunk, but I can throw off a Super Fang into the incoming Weezing probably. So let's go straight into Dirty and Beauty here. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Flare Off come off. Yep. Beauty's going to eat that up deliciously. We do not see Life Orb. That's probably either Boots or Expert Belt, if I were to guess. So I have a couple different options here. I can set up a layer of spikes, which is pretty super cool. I could also set off Super Fang into probably the incoming Hydreigon. I kind of like that option. So I'm going to go for a nice little Super Fang here, try to get some chip on some stuff, because he's probably got Defog on Weezing. I think I like the Super Fang play. Let's go for that. Yep, Weezing's going to come out. We see Levitate. Super duper cool. He's Black Sludge, also super cool. And so I have a couple. I'm going to go straight into Highness here. He's probably going to set up Toxic Spikes. I could also go into Soul here and try to do some damage. I could also go for it again. I want to see how much a Strange Steam is going to do to some different stuff, because I really don't know. Okay, so Strange Steam does a decent chunk to Sandslash. Definitely don't want to stay in for that. Crobat isn't the worst play in the world. I can sit in here and defog if he wants to go for Toxic Spikes. Unless he's got T-Bolt, he can't really hurt me. So let's do that. He's going to go straight for a Strange Steam. No confusion, please. Excelente. Brave Bird does a nice little chunk. I could also just U-turn on the Thunderbolt, try to get into Soul, because Sectonia would do a decent chunk to this thing. So I really don't think he's going to stay in here. If he does, he's probably going to either set Toxic Spikes or go into... or go for a Thunderbolt. So I'm going to go for a little U-turn here. And I could go back into Beauty and Rapid Spin the spikes away. Or I could go into... Or I could go into Sectonia and try to fire off an Ice Beam. Realistically, he doesn't have a whole lot. I mean, I guess he's switching his Audino for that thing. I could trick that thing a Choice Scarf, which would be pretty cool. I'm going to go into Sectonia and see what he's going to do here. Oh, he's got Will-O-Wisp. Totally cool. I got a couple different options here. I can go for a nice little trick here and give something a Choice Scarf. Probably that Audino. I could also double into Blossom over here on a potential Flamethrower or that Audino coming out. Because I don't think he's going to stay in here and just click Sludge Bomb. That wouldn't make any sense. So I'm going to double into Blossom over here, get my terrain back up. He's going to go for Willow again. Totally cool. And I'm letting this thing heal back up. But realistically, I'm going to go into Nova on this thing coming out and click 1,000 Arrows. Unless he goes for Strange Steam here. Ah, shit, what do I do? I could also just go and... no. I'm going to go back into Sectonia and just click Ice Beam a couple times this time. Sludge Bomb. I'm going to see how much this Ice Beam does. Should do approximately 45% on a mid-roll. 43. Super cool. Strange Steam. Alright, he's definitely not going to stay in for another one here, but I'm just going to click Ice Beam again anyway. If he goes into Audino, that'll be okay. Yeah, Audino just comes out. I see Leftovers. And my play is to go into... If he clicks Ice Beam, that would not be good. I'm going to go into Vikavolt and go for a Volt Switch here. Because he's either going to stay in, maybe go for a knockoff, or he's going to go into a Pert, which I can E-Ball for huge damage. So let's go for a Volt Switch here. But I should get the slow pivot, or have the opportunity to just try to bonk Swampert with something. But I let that Weezing get way too healthy. I should have probably just Ice Beamed that thing the earlier chance I had. Because now Frostlass is very low, which is not exactly what I wanted. So unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Try to fight this back. I was going to go for a Charge Beam. That's incredibly interesting. Wow, Charge Beam. That's super weird. Why Charge Beam? I honestly couldn't tell you. But he's got Wish. He's definitely got Ice Beam. I want to see how much that does to Nova. Let's assume like Sassy. Yeah, Ice Beam breaks up. I can go into Blossom. I can also just go into Highness and click. Or just Beauty and click Super Fang. I'm going to do that instead. I can also try to get some spikes up. No, because he's got a bunch of Levitators. I'm just going to go for a Super Fang here. Alright, he's going to Wish. I'm going to go into Blossom on the Ice Beam, I guess. Oh, he's going to go into Weezing. Darn. Man, I really didn't anticipate this Weezing being... See, this is where I wish I had. Just anything to really hit this. I'm going to go into Highness, I guess. Strange Steam does a lot to Zygarde. And after I knock it down, it doesn't do that much. I gotta... Frick, that was a stupid play I made. How much does Vikavolt take from this? Vikavolt takes a lot. Volt Switch doesn't do that much. I'm going to Roost to get HP back and dodge the Willow. The Swampert's going to come out. That's fine. Did I knock off this thing's left? He doesn't have leftovers. He's something else. I'm just going to U-turn. And I'm going to get into ground here. Flip turn. No's gonna come back out. I gotta try to kill this thing. I know he's got Ice Beam on there. And this will not do a lot. I'm just gonna Volt Switch, I guess. Yeah, Wish. I need to be able to put on pressure against this thing. You know what? I'm gonna go into Sectonia and click Trick. I can beat M-Gal without this thing, and I'm gonna get a Trick something. Best case scenario is it's this thing. Worst case scenario is Zeraora comes out and I get a Choice Scarf. All right, he's gonna stay in. Charge Beam, I lived, which is awesome, and now this thing is locked into something. Alright, I don't know if he's locked into Charge Beam. I couldn't tell you if he's locked into Charge Beam. I'm going to go into Beauty and say that he is. Okay, well, Swampert comes back out. He's just going to flip turn. I'm going to go into Blossom. Make him take Chip. But Soul is still here, alive and kicking, which gives me the opportunity to try to win a speed tie later, possibly. And now that Audino is severely crippled, because he's now locked into stuff, he can't stop my Zygarde from setting up if he goes for a Wish. If I predict that, I can make some stuff happen. So, very super cool getting that off. Definitely not the piece that I thought I was going to have to cripple with a trick this match, but I'll take it. Alright, Feeney's going to come out here. He's probably going to set rocks this time. He's just going to go straight for Liquidation. Very interesting that he has Liquidation. He's just going to go straight into Weezing here. So I'm going to go for a Surf. This will do a decent chunk. 39. And I want to go into Nova so bad, but a Strange Steam definitely tickles more than I want it to. Sludge Bomb doesn't do that much. You know, realistically, I think he's going to predict me to do something else. I think he's going to go for either Willow or Strange Steam here. I'm going to stay in and click Surf. Even if he hits me with something, it only does up to 44%. I guess I think he's going to click Strange Steam here, not Sludge Bomb. Or he's going to click Will-O-Wisp on me going into Crobat. Because he knows that he can't touch Crobat with anything. So he's either going to... Oh, he just straight doubles. Surf. I'm going to taunt this thing to stop it from wishing. If he goes for Charge Beam, I guess that's also fine. No wish for you. Alright, so he's locked into that. He obviously can't do anything. I can make two different plays here. I can Surf Weezing coming in twice, or I can Moonblast anything else coming in. The options are, I mean, Surf hits everything. If he goes into Hydra and he's that Roselli set, then I would literally cry. But I'm just going to stay in here and go for a Surf. If he wants to stay in and just be taunted, that's fine. Oh, that doesn't lock him into... I learned that lesson the other day and I completely forgot. Well, now I know he's locked into Ice Beam. So I'm going to go into... I'm going to stay in, obviously, because he's locked into Ice Beam. So I'm going to go for a Surf. Or you go for Moonblast this time. I'll click Surf. There comes out. 33. Right into Dirty and Beauty. He goes for Toxic. That's also fine. That's fine this time. I'll just probably double. He's going to go back into Audino to play. Well, I know he's got that Ice Beam. I thought Audino got Thunderbolt. I don't know why he's Charge Beam, but it's powerful. But let's see how much... I mean, Ice Beam does more than I would enjoy. But I want to get Spikes up because he's pivoting a lot. And he's just going to toss off a Wish because you know Blossom takes an Ice Beam for forever. So I'm going to try to get some hazards up, yeah. He definitely has a Defog on that Weezing. That's probably his last move. So I'm going to Super Fang the Weezing coming in and then try to pivot on the Defog. Yeah. I could also just Super Fang again on his Defog. Or get into... I'm going to Super Fang again. I think he's going to click Defog. Yep. Yeah, Strange Team does a lot. I could also just Super Fang again, or just sack off Soul. And try to get into something else. He could also Will-O-Wisp me right now, which would be unfortunate, but... I'm going to go into Soul and sack it off. I'm going to go into Vikavolt and click Volt Switch. Because I got to try to do something to this damn thing. So I need to try to hurt this. I can also go for Bug Buzz on Zeraora coming out. That's also an option I don't hate. Because he's only seen Volt Switch. Yeah, I'm going to stay in and click Bug Buzz on Zera coming out. But he also knows that if he sends... He could be like Assault Vest or something. That's another option. And I can roost off later, but I need this thing for Gallade. No, because I got Beauty at full. I'm going to click Volt Switch. Alright, no just comes out. That's fine. I gotta click Taunt just to keep it from wishing. If he, you know, doubles on me clicking Taunt, that's fine. Weezing's just gonna come out. And I'm just gonna surf this thing twice and try to kill it. Because he's becoming a fucking pain in my ass. So you need to die. If you click Sludge Bomb, so be it. But I'm gonna just start mashing Surf. Because this Weezing is way more of an issue than I expected it to be. And it needs to just go away forever, please and thanks. It's already killed my beautiful Frostlass. But don't click Sludge Bomb. Perfect. 20, don't confuse me. I'm clicking Surf again. Odd Nose just gonna come out. Alright, so here's the thing. If he expects, because he could double back into Weezing and have enough HP to live a... I'm going to click Surf. I don't think he's going to click Wish. If he goes into Zera, same difference. 31. So I could go into Crowned this time because it pressures either of those a little bit harder than going into Beauty. If he goes into Smogsworth, I can't touch it, obviously. So I'm going to go into Crown this time. Yeah, Odd No comes out. I'm just going to click Volt Switch on the Wish. And I could go into Nova here. That'd be interesting. So what happens if... I mean, he could go into... He'd probably just go right back into Weezing. I'm just going to go into Blossom. He could go into Zera here instead. That would get a Wish back. If I click Moonblast, I wouldn't kill. But that thing is still so free. I'm just going to click Surf. Swampert? Oh, okay. I did nothing. I'm going to click Draining Kiss, try to get some health back. And crit did 15. LOL. Flip turn. He's going to take rocks again. He's back to essentially where he started. Oh no. Oh no, and Weezing. This is not fun. This is boring. Boring as hell. I just got to get Zygarde going, man. I really didn't expect either Odd No or Weezing to come in. They're just making this the worst time. Yeah, Weezing just comes back out. I'm going to go into Highness. Odd No comes out. Okay. U-turn. Going into Crown this time. I'm going to click Bug Buzz. Swampert comes out again. You can just flip turn. I can Roost. I think I'm going to do that, because you're just going to flip turn. You're not going to let me Energy Ball you, so I'm going to click Roost here. Yeah, or you're just going to go straight Odd No, whatever. Just going to click Bug Buzz again. Maybe I'll get a Spit F drop. But man, if I had Pangoro right now, I'd be much happier. I'm gonna click Volt Switch this time. I think Weezing's coming out. No. Oh, this is so boring. Yeah, can't do anything. Just sitting here. I'll click Energy Ball this time. Pop this thing's Rindo. No, it doesn't have Rindo. Alright, well, all of that sick wishing was for nothing because this thing is down to 28%. I don't know what item it is, but it wasn't Rindo Berry. So, guess who gets to do all of that again? Me. It's me. A sick ASMR feature for you fellas right there on the channel. Go for a nice little roost here. Crown is back to full health. I want to die. I'm gonna click Bug Buzz. Actually, I'm gonna click Energy Ball. I'm gonna try to preserve my Bug Buzzes. Well, he's locked into Charge Beam now. You fat E-Ball coming off. I'm gonna click Volt Switch this time. Swampert comes out. Whatever. He's gonna Bug Buzz. God, this sucks. Oh, he crit me. No. Now he's in. Oh shit. That crit super sucks because he was. Oh shit. Because now this thing can't take on Gallade at all anymore. Because he's in Torrent. Shit. I'm assuming he's Torrent. This liquidation can't kill me. I gotta spam Roost. I mean, I'm not accomplishing anything. If I do that, I could go into Feeny and make him kill himself. The liquidation still does a decent chunk, and that gets him into Zer. Oh, but this thing is totally useless now. And now I'm gonna lose to Mega Gallade because I have nothing that can take it on. My only thing is Highness. Yeah, and liquidation has the chance for a drop too. I'm going to go into Blossom. He's going to die. Unless he clicks EQ because he's a god. No, he just liquidates 17. He's going to die to Helmet. Alright, well, Swampert's out of the way, but that crit was huge. That was a huge crit. I also want to see what that roll was to see if he had a chance to die from that Bug Buzz. Yeah, that was a very low roll. It wasn't a min roll, but it was a very low roll. He probably should have died there. If I got like a mid to high, so that was probably a 50-50. That's super sad. Yeah, he lost 26, so he was at what, 28? Yeah, that Bug Buzz, yeah, it was a 50-50 shot to kill. So it didn't go my way, but it super didn't go my way with a crit. But yeah, I didn't think about Torrent. Even without that crit, it still would have done a lot. So that was a goon move on me. But I still have Zygarde sitting here. I gotta get rid of that stupid Weezing though, man. Because I want to be able to try to set a setup in front of that freaking Audino, but he just wishes into Weezing. Even if once that thing is knocked down, he breaks my sub with a Strange Steam. And Thousand Arrows does nothing. But hopefully I can get into a situation in which I can bait him to use Triple Axle with Gal to chip him with half. I just gotta navigate Zygarde very well and maintain Crobat, because now Crobat is a necessity because my 2 checks to Gallade are incredibly weak. They're both below half. So I'm in a bad spot. I gotta fight this back, and or I need to get myself in a situation where I can smash Draining Kiss against a couple things. But that Hydra is definitely Choice Scarfed. Zeraora, I still don't know what it is. Probably Boots. Yeah. Gallade comes out here. I have a couple different options. He's going to click Leaf Blade or Poison Jab or something. I want to go into Highness. If he clicks Axel, then he's a god. Thunder Punch, same difference. I have 2 options here. I 100% kill this thing with a Brave Bird, or I can Roost. If I Roost and he clicks Zen Headbutt, he is a fucking maniac. He's a maniac. I don't think he's going to do that. I'm going to click Roost. Yeah, Audino comes out. And I'm going to pivot into Vikavolt and try to Roost up. Nice little crit back. Volt back on the field. And, I gotta see if I have enough of a chance to kill that Weezing with a Volt Switch to make it worth. Let's see, because he's Boots. If he's got Blaze Kick on here, which I doubt he does, since he's Boots, he has a small chance to kill me with Zeraora. Volt Switch does 41. I have a very good chance to kill that thing. If Zeraora comes out, I can try to Roost afterwards, and I don't mind healing it up. I'm going to click Volt Switch. Shit, what if he goes... What happens if I let Weezing get healed back up? I can't touch it with anything again. I gotta go through it. I'm going to click Volt Switch. Oh, I was wrong. Alright, whatever. I gotta click Roost here. That thing was getting up to full anyway. If he gets a max roll on Blaze Kick, he might kill me. I'm going to pray that he doesn't. You could also click Toxic. That would also be bad, but it wouldn't be as bad as him killing me with a Blaze Kick. Yeah, he crit me, bro. Come on. That's 2 huge crits. That's probably going to cost me the game. I'm incredibly upset, but there's nothing I can do about it. Because unless he got a literal max roll, that totally mattered. Literally, my poor Vikavolt just got completely butt-fucked by two huge crits. I'm incredibly upset. I'm gonna go into Nova. Oh, this thing could be freaking Sugar Berry, actually. No, I wouldn't do enough. But I'm gonna click DD. Shit, I got it. No, let's screw that. I think you should. Oh, man. I'm gonna click DD. Or I could just click arrows. I'm just gonna click arrows. I don't think he's gonna stay in here. Nope, I was wrong. 41, another max roll. Not Shuka, but I got the play wrong. I'm gonna go into Sand Slash. And I want to double into Blossom, into anything so hard to try to kill that freaking Weezing. I'm just gonna click Super Fang. Oh, he's just gonna go straight into Weezing. Go for Super Fang here. Try to put it in a position in which I can kill it with Crobat. Misses Strange Team. Excellent. Going to Highness. I mean, if he Willows me, the game is freaking over. I'm gonna go into Feeny actually and click Surf. If he clicks Sludge Bomb, he's a god. Nope. Good. So Surf kills this thing now. But Odd No comes out. I can try to get some health back. I'm gonna do that. He's gonna go back into Weezing. Okay. I'm gonna click Surf again. He can keep doing this, but I'm just gonna progressively get more health back. But this is annoying as hell. This is just stall at this point, which I'm not enjoying. Alright, well he's locked into that. He got the boost, which is obnoxious. I don't think he's gonna stay in here. I think he's gonna go into Weezing on me going into either of my ground types to take that, and I'm gonna click Surf. Yep. Oh, Zeraora, same difference. I'll take it. Zeraora is out of the way, which means I can play a whole lot looser with Sand Slash. And Gal comes out. I'm gonna go into. I could be a big boss baller and stay in on the triple axle, or I could. Oh man, how funny would that be? How much I want to. God, that would be hysterical if I stayed in on a triple axle and this thing took half. I killed it with axle plus Draining Kiss. God, that'd be so funny. You know what? You wanna know what? You wanna know what? Let's see how much Thunder Punch does, first of all. Thunder Punch doesn't kill. So I'm gonna stay in here and I'm gonna click Moonblast, and I think this thing it's either gonna die or come very close to dying. But then I lose to Scarfed Hydreigon actually. He's gonna take. Oh shit. I think he's definitely gonna. I think he's gonna triple axle though. But God, Hydra is just sitting right there and can start spamming moves once this thing is dead. Because I don't think anything can take on multiple hits from that thing. The best case scenario is he clicks triple axle. I don't take a lot and I get enough health back. So where I can then switch into Sand Slash, sack that, and get into Crobat. This Axel will do negligible damage. It's just putting myself in a situation in which I can beat Hydra. Because I would have to get up to +2 with Nova, which is not something I think I can do. I'm staying in here. I think he's going to click Axel. I live a Thunder Punch regardless. It's just a matter of, do I want to click Moonblast for a guaranteed kill? Probably kill. That's if he clicks Axel. Moonblast wouldn't even kill if he clicked Thunder Punch. I'm gonna click Draining Kiss, then pivot into Dirty and Beauty, sack that thing off, probably to a triple axle, pivot into Highness, and then try to kill it with a Brave Bird. I'm gonna click Draining Kiss here. Oh, Thunder Punch, I lived it. He got another max roll, mind you. I really thought he was gonna click Thunder Punch there. I mean, a triple axle there, going into Beauty, but what are you gonna do? Son of a bitch. Regardless, my play is to go into Beauty and sack it. Who knows? Maybe I'll live this Thunder Punch. I mean, he can also just go into frickin' that piece of shit Weezing here, because I can't touch it. I could double into Highness, but if he triple axled, I would lose any chance if I had of winning. But Beauty lives this. That's the thing. If he goes into Weezing, what do I do? I can't touch Weezing. I need Blossom to kill it. You know what? Realistically, I'm gonna pivot back into Blossom because he's either gonna click Axel here, or he's gonna pivot into Weezing, and in that case, I can click Surf and try to do something. I'm gonna go back into Blossom. Yep, there's Weezing coming out. I fucking hate this. I'm gonna click Surf, I guess. M-Gal can come back out, but at that point, alright, I killed Weezing. Finally! Oh my god. I think Blossom's got 3 kills this match. She's absolutely carrying the fucking team. Alright, here we're back in the 50-50. This time he's probably just gonna click Zen Headbutt. But my play, I think, is still to go back into Beauty and try to sack it. Best case scenario, I can get an EQ off. Or maybe, honestly, I sack off Nova, because Nova's doing nothing for me. The best thing it can do, realistically, is once terrain wears off, gets a Toxic on that piece of shit Audino. And that's the only thing it can do. I mean, it forces him to... Oh my god. Yeah. I'm going into Beauty. I'm going to try to sack it, I think, so I can get into Crobat. Because I should be able to Brave Bird Roost around that Audino, and that Hydreigon's the only issue. But he has to be Choice Scarfed, so I can try to do some shenanigans to see what that thing is, and maybe try to get a couple DDs off with Zygarde. Alright, here we go. Thunder Punch again. This is another 50-50 on whether he pivots into... Because this Earthquake doesn't kill, actually. It'll come very close. And I can just U-turn with Highness afterwards. Or I click Super Fang on... Oh, dude, if he's able to Wish back into this thing, I would be incredibly sad. Because I doubled on this thing last time. If he were to stay in and Thunder Punch Feeny again, I would be so sad. But then I could go into Highness and just click a U-turn. I'd have to go back into this thing. He definitely wouldn't take a hit from Hydro. I could Super Fang it. It would be a matter of, could Highness take multiple Dark Pulses or Dracos? I don't think so. I cannot let that Audino Wish back into this piece of crap. Because he will be able to take an Earthquake from Beauty and heal back up to probably like 75-80%. I'm going back into Feeny. Yep, this piece of shit comes back out. I have to click Taunt. If he clicks Charge Beam, whatever. Taunt. He missed his Charge Beam. I would say sorry if you hadn't critted my poor Vikavolt twice. But he's locked into that. I'm gonna go into Nova. Goes into MGal. Do I do the same thing 3 times in a row? Try to freaking make this guy hit me with a triple axle. I go into Feeny. God, I feel like Thunder Punch at that time. I have to make a big boy move. I know I do. You know what? This is my big boy move. I keep doubling into Feeny on this thing. He knows I am, but he hasn't axled into it once. Yeah, I want to put on my big boy pants and click Dragon Dance right now, because he's not gonna axle into me and into Feeny coming in, because he knows he'll die. I legitimately think he's gonna stay in here and click Thunder Punch. And if I lose Nova, then it doesn't really matter, and I get to go into Highness and click Brave Bird or Roost or something. I'm gonna click D-Dance. I think he's gonna click Thunder Punch. Yep. Oh, he's got Ice Punch? Okay, well that changes things. He crit me again, which is just obnoxious. I don't know how many times I've gotten crit. I can click U-turn. Or I can click Brave Bird. I'm just gonna stand and click Brave Bird. I don't know why he brought Ice Punch. I've no idea why he brought Ice Punch. If I got a sub up with Zygarde, I could have just killed it. He needed Axel to break sub. I don't agree with the prep. He's gonna go into Odd now. This thing's gonna take 53. I'm gonna stay in and mash Brave Bird a couple times. Clicks Ice Beam. He crit me again! Would you please stop? I'm begging you to stop critting me. On God, stop. I don't know what I've done to deserve this. I'm going to click Roost. I'm going to click Brave Bird again. I'm going to click Roost again. Don't freeze me. Alright, well, Audino finally died. Now Hydra's gonna come out. That thing is definitely Choice Scarfed, obviously. It's gonna be a matter of how much does it do to Feeny. If it's not Scarfed, I think I have a chance, but who knows. Assume he's got... Assume Draco, Dark Pulse. I don't know what else he'd have. Earth Power for Heatran probably. And U-turn. Yep, Hydra comes out. My play is 100% to sack off Beauty. Because this thing... Let's see. Feeny takes the most from an Earth Power. I'm going to go, first and foremost, I'm going to go into Beauty and sack it. Oh, he's Nasty Plot? Oh, shit. I just made a huge mistake. Well, that was a good bluff on his part. I made a colossal mistake doing that. I'm going to stand and click Super Fang. Pray that I live whatever this might be. Dark Pulse absolutely just obliterates me. I got to see how much. Yep, goodbye. Oh, okay. Well, Crobat doesn't do enough to this damn thing. Unfortunately. I'm going to need a crit. Yeah, this thing's a fucking +2. Yeah, I need a crit. Nope. It was Salic, which means he definitely had Belch. GG's. I can't say I'm not salty. I got crit like 6 times. Had I clicked U-turn on this thing, that would have been a different game. I definitely threw in the end there. I should have... I don't understand. I mean, it makes sense to set, but... I'm upset. That Zeraora should not have been a problem. That Mega Gallade should not have been a problem. I got crit like 6 times. 2 huge crits on Vikavolt. It's just obnoxious. Well, that's a shitty way to start the season, but you can bet your ass I'll be coming back. We lost to G4 pretty early on in the season last go around. We still ended up having a good season, obviously. So thank you guys for watching this match. I know it was a long one. If you enjoyed the battle, please be sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. Leave a like for G4. He's a great guy, even though he stalled the fuck out of me with Audino for like 50 turns. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.